So, everyone knows that gaming components are really expensive right now and there's a whole mayhem out there. But I actually managed to find some good deals and some that weren't that good. And I actually managed to get an $800 gaming PC. Or well, sort of. As a disclaimer, I do have to say that I'm no PC building expert, but I also think that I actually got a 1080p beast, or at least in the games that I play. There's actually some benchmarks that I wanted to do. Some of them are already uploaded in the channel, some of them are going to be in the end of the video, some of them are going to be just in the background as we speak, and I could do an extended version of them if you want me to. Just let me know in the comment section, please. And guys, if you want to see more gameplays and more stuff, subscribe to the channel. Now that everything is done, we can begin with the video. So first of all, I have to say that some of the deals that I got are kind of once in a lifetime, and some of them are just normal things you get every time. So I'm actually gonna do a comparison. So there's gonna be three divisions here. The first one is the price that I actually paid in exchange for this PC, and just the second one is gonna be the price that it would have if we actually made the gaming PC right now as I'm recording this, August 23rd, 2026. And there's gonna be a third price, which is like the price that I fully paid without any offers or any type of deals that you could actually stump between any time of the year. Like there's gonna be like some prices that you could get without it being any type of moment in the year. And of course, we're actually gonna have to see the difference between how it was on August and how it was in May, how it was in February, because this PC was built throughout the whole year. I actually ended up building it on May, but the first order that I did was on February 2026. Without any further ado, we're actually gonna start with the RAM. And guys, you're not gonna believe me, but it's already getting more expensive just as we speak. So I went with the Kingston Fury Beast DDR4 memory, 16 gigs, which has already become the standard at this point, or at least the minimal. And even if it wasn't, I really had no more money to buy more RAM than this, so that's that. And you would not believe my surprise when I saw the price increase was this amount of insanity here. But I actually think this probably it's a thing about Kingston in the store, because actually getting the single kit twice is more affordable than getting the 2x8 one. In this first item, we actually don't have any offer, so the current price with the inflated prices would be 253.45 cents, and with the real price, which is buying the two kits, would be 163 with 52 cents, and the price that I paid for was 130 with 65 cents. So the next time is really easy to explain. I just went and got the best fans that I could get for the cheapest price possible, and I bumped into this Thermalright 5 fans. And I have actually good news for this one. They went down in price, not that much, but they did go down in price. There's not much to explain, so I'll just cut to the next item now. Now we got another one that actually has increased in price, and no wonder why. This is the SSD. We're talking about the Kingston SSD MB3 1TB. Yes, 1TB. I wanted to get 2TB, but you know the prices are never ever going to be stabilizing now, so I needed to get with the SSD as soon as possible with other prices getting to increase. And no wonder why. I literally saw increase in the price a few days later, but now as I check the price again, it has increased again. So as a recap, the price that I paid for it was $297.12, and the current price would be $363.82. And in case that I have never gotten into an offer, I would have paid $300.89. This is insane, but you know, we have to keep going now. So before we continue, I have to tell you something. First, can you please like and subscribe this video? It will help me so much. I've been working with this video for so much time already, and I really would appreciate that. Now, besides that, there's a silly story that happened with the power supply and with the case. But for now, we need to start with the B550M Pro BDH Wi-Fi motherboard, which explains the micro ATX size. So actually I found this one to be the first motherboard that appeared on Amazon when I was checking on it, so that's what I bought it. There's no more big reason for that. And if you don't know why I didn't choose Intel, that's pretty much because I didn't consider it at all. I was first knowing about the whole Intel instability, and I didn't know how it worked, and I was just kind of afraid of it. Now that I know some stuff about Intel and how the Intel instability could have been fixed by patches with BIOS, I could have maybe thought differently to get LGA, maybe getting the DDR4. Like, I would have done things kind of differently now. I'm not sure if I would keep going with Ryzen at this occasion, but for now we have to keep what we have. I actually got this motherboard, and for now it's been working more than amazing. I really had nothing to complain. The debug lags are actually kind of useful, so this is pretty much my decision now. And I was actually more than surprised when I noticed that motherboard actually increased in price. Like, really? Even motherboards are going in price up now? Oh man, what the hell are we living now? What the hell is this world? So you might be wondering, and if you're not, it's okay, why are we dividing the price tag on 3 times on my price, current, and base? Since base hasn't changed that much, it's just a few different stuff, right? Well, for what you're about to see, this is a whole story that came with the power supply, the case, and the brand that I'm supposed to be talking about right now. So for the case, I actually chose a micro ATX case, but stuff happened. As you can see, this is the Ball & Bros Nitro X, just a case that I just chose because it was the first thing that popped up from the store. But there are a few things that made me not get this case in the end. As you can see in the receipt, there was actually a return for it, and the reason why is because the graphics card was another of the issues that I have by getting this gaming PC. So when you think about a gaming PC, the first thing you notice is like, okay, I need a graphics card, you know, I need like a graphics card so I can get the best games possible. And when you're someone like me who just doesn't know that much about gaming PCs in the first place, you just go, oh, I'm gonna get the RTX blah blah blah, and I'm gonna get, you never think about AMD, because like there's not that much popularity when it comes to that. Now we're getting to a point where AMD is more popular, at least from my point of view, as someone who is like new in this community, being here for less than a year, less than in 6 months, I would say. So maybe being positive, I would say 6 months maybe. So when it came to choosing which GPU I was gonna buy, I never thought about AMD until I saw the prices. Yeah, NVIDIA is kind of expensive, at least from my point of view, and I just saw some of the things that AMD was capable of doing. I got recommendations and I saw the 9060 XT, which is not the card that I have. Sorry to break it up to you. The thing is that I saw the AMD RX 9060 XT and everyone said it was a great card, it was a great one, it was a beast, all of the things that you get to see on social media and YouTube reviews it. So yeah, the thing is that I thought it was going to be the 2-fan version that I was going to buy, and then I saw the price, because when I thought about gaming PCs, I never put a budget on it until it was too late, and I discovered that if I bought 9060 XT, I would never have a gaming PC, not even this year, like maybe even half of the next year, because of how much money I was gonna have to go and get by this thing. So one day I'm actually watching the video from CTT, Sax Tech Turf, and I was actually watching one of the videos when he recommends this 5700 XT against the 3060. But the thing is that they didn't know about the VRAM and stuff like that. He was talking about the 3060 8-gig version against the 5700 XT 8-gig version, not the 3060 12-gig version. So that's what happened there. That's why I saw how he said the 5700 XT is better than the 3060, and I was like, okay, the 3060 is the card that everyone talks about, and the 5700 XT is better, and it seems cheaper, so why shouldn't I buy it, you know? And right there is when I bumped into this offer. I actually found a 5700 XT at $176, which is crazy because I literally can't find that card anymore. Maybe they ran out of it? The thing is that at Amazon I actually found it in more expensive, and eBay I actually found them more cheaper. So you will decide which one it would be the equivalent to current area. Now I'm gonna keep it for the count on the Amazon one, but the offer was actually better than the one that I have. So here's the thing. You may have noticed that a 3-fan version, which is the one that I have, is not gonna fit in a micro ATX, or at least not all of them. So that's what happened. That's why I needed to give back the case. I needed to return it. But that actually came out with something better than I was expecting. So here's the thing. When I tried to get a refund, I was just not getting any progress on it. There was no sign of progress with the refund. I was not even asked to get the thing back. I don't know. Something really strange happened there. And somehow I ended up talking with an Amazon representative, and that person told me that I could do whatever I wanted with the case and I would still get a refund. I know, it's insane, but I actually have evidence of it. I'm not gonna post it, but you're gonna have to believe me now. I actually got a refund and I actually sold the case in Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, that's insane. I ended up gaining money from that case. I mean, it wasn't that expensive. I did not sell it for the price that it was listed at because I actually got an offer on the case. So I ended up getting some money from it, which contributed to helping me in getting the rest of the PC. So now you might understand why I chose to get the three divisions of the my price, the current price, and the actual price without any offers. So now you might understand where I'm going. So for the case, I ended up going with this Ocelot Gaming OGEC02, which was literally the first one that popped on when I needed an ATX size case. And guys, you're not gonna believe me, even the case got up in price. There's just no way. And here's the thing, my price is $567.92. I'm sorry for the 67, I could not avoid it. And the current is $845.94, and in the base one would be $636.05. Like, what the hell is going on? How are you saying that the current price would be $845 for the same PC? It's just insane. I mean, I'm still counting the expensive Amazon one, but let's be honest, like the one that I got with the store was just a one in a lifetime deal. I don't think I'm gonna be able to replicate that one. So yeah, I think that's more realistic. And the eBay one, I don't know, like I guess that inflates the number a little bit, but we're gonna continue right now. And guys, we're almost over with the parts. There's only two remaining, the CPU and the PSU. Now the CPU is Ryzen 5 5500, which is pretty much a no-brainer for me. The reason why I chose this one is because I was literally running out of money and I wanted the PC right now. I just could not wait a single more second, so I just needed that one. And obviously the stock cooler was more than enough for me. I think the Ryzen 5 5500 is gonna be a great addition to my equipment. It has been for the last months, so I'm not having any type of complaint. It plays every game and it actually helps me a lot with the edits on the channel, so yeah, I'm not regretting. I was gonna get this the 600X, but I did not end up getting that one because I was literally running out of money. I could have waited a little bit more, but with all the pieces right on my hands, I just could not wait a single more second. And guys, this is actually the first positive news in the whole video. The Ryzen 5 5500 has been really stable when it comes to price, so I actually wouldn't have any difference if I bought it now or if I bought it a few months earlier. Well, maybe I could have gotten an offer back in the Amazon day or maybe another day, I don't know. But actually this one is actually really stable, and I hope it's gonna stay stable for all the people who are gonna be able to buy it in these few months, if they are gonna build a gaming PC just as I did in this whole 2026 year, which is a freaking mayhem. And you guys can totally notice that we're actually about to hit the $1,000 mark in the current side of things. We're not even done. We're still missing one more component, which is the PSU. But we actually managed to get around the $700 mark when it comes to my price, so I'm really proud of that one. And guys, for the last component, we're actually having another story when it comes to the power supply. This one's actually shorter, but it actually has to do with the brand we were talking about, which is the Balam Rush brand. I actually got a PSU that came dead on arrival, which actually got my whole PC build a little bit more delayed. But in the end, I just got a refund for it, so I just have nothing to complain about it. The thing is that I was not even aware that it was not a recognized brand. I had no idea about the PSU tier list, which I ended up knowing about later, and that's when I decided to go with the Corsair RME 850 watt power supply, which is the one that I ended up buying. And as you can see in the screen right now, they actually have a discount, which is the money that I already accounted for, so that's why I'm not counting it on the current and the my price thingy. So yeah, that's the thing. And of course, the power supply is more expensive now than before. Anyways, I don't think anyone needed to know that because everyone knows how crazy the deals and how crazy the gaming PC industry is going to be right now. But anyways, so finally I want to say that if you have come this far, thank you so much for staying with the whole video. Now we're gonna go to the last section, which is really interesting because I'm actually benchmarking the gaming PC constantly and checking how good it's working with some of the current games, some of the old games, you know, everything that I always wanted to play but I couldn't because I have one of those cheap laptops with integrated graphics that they sell you telling you it's gaming wise good and it's obviously not good. So as you have been noticing in the background, I have been playing Batman Arkham Knight, which actually can get 60 FPS on everything high without any problem. It just keeps getting better and better as every time I play it, I just enjoy the graphics even more. Then we have Marvel Rivals, which in Ultra, I had some issues. I ran into 40 FPS, but I actually was streaming and recording. I was actually multi-streaming while doing the benchmark, so that could have some influence. But even after I stopped the streaming and recording, I still got about 45 FPS on Ultra, and then high I got some stable 60 FPS. Sometimes I got 55 and 50. And finally on medium, which I thought it was a sweet spot, I always got was always from 70 to 80 FPS. Even if I got it to low, I only had like 90 FPS, and of course in the lobbies it was going crazy as 140 FPS plus. So yeah, actually it's going to be really nice to play this game now. But I do have to say something, since I am actually using the stock cooler that came with the Ryzen 5 5500, sometimes I get overheating issues when it comes to rendering videos. Like when it's intensive task, I get to 80 degrees Celsius, which can be a little bit too much. I always thought about changing the cooler, but for now I'm really broke. I still have a huge debt from the gaming PC, so I'm not going to be changing nothing from now on and until like, I don't know, 2 and 3 months later. So yeah, that could be one of the things that I could have changed, maybe getting an AIO, even getting like a air cooler, anything that wasn't this stock cooler could have been nice. But I was like bumping into this question of, if I got like a really cooler, would I be spending too much on the cooler and too little on the CPU? Because I don't know, the CPU prices are still stable at some points, but I'm not sure if they're gonna keep stabilizing. I'm sorry, but I cannot predict the future. So for now, I'm gonna have to keep the stock cooler, which, don't get me wrong, in most of the games it actually doesn't go that bad. It literally just goes like, the biggest point would be like 70 degrees Celsius, which like I haven't had any problems with that. Now when it comes to the GPU, I have some mixed feelings. Most of the games it plays more than amazing. You have to see my video on KyoRPG, which is a really heavy and a really expensive to load modern Minecraft mod pack, which it has no issues running it. It has shaders even on with like the mod pack itself. So yeah, I believe that that's not a big problem for the GPU. But now, the only problems that I have had are with games like Jedi Survivor, which are really unoptimized and really are having constant issues when it comes to like renders distance and shaders, you know, those weird games that have the worst optimizing possible. So I was actually planning to do a benchmark on Halo Campaign Evolved, but I'm not gonna buy that game yet because I don't know, I don't have that money. I maybe thought on getting on Steam and getting a refund after I have done the benchmark, but well, I don't know. We'll check on that later. But yeah, those unoptimized games, the 5500 and the 5700 XT are showing their years, but the rest of them is more than okay. I have no issues with them, and I'm not planning to go on 1440p, so I'm more than amazing right now. And finally, you're gonna be seeing now a video of me recording the gaming PC. I'm sorry for the bad illumination. That's as much as I can get on my bedroom. That's like really poorly illuminated. So yeah, thank you so much for getting throughout here. If you want a more in-depth benchmark, you can ask for it in the comment sections and I will upload it no matter what. I'm gonna try to be the most constant with my YouTube channel now. I have some troubles uploading videos because of some IRL stuff, but for now that's everything I have to say. Thank you so much for staying for here. Please like and subscribe and share the video if you want to. I hope you like this video, and please don't kill me too much if I do wrong stuff, because this is my first gaming PC and I hope I learn more throughout the years. Thank you so much. This was Adrian. Bye.